In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the North Carolina Tar Heels. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Tar Heels will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense set for a first down play. They want to run it left here. Still running at the 40. Off he goes. The 30. At the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, TCU.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
7, North Carolina, 0.
The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense on first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going for a big play downfield. He makes the catch inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that can actually catch.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback will keep it. Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Tar Heels will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Well, the head coach said he was going to be aggressive. 4th and 2 is kind of right on that edge, but he goes for it and gets it done.
He said he was going to be aggressive, and he backed it up. That's one thing you want to see. You want to hear your coaches talk, and you want to see them back it up on the field.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Tar Heels want to move quickly. Now on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for it.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Strikes the blow. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that is a play that this kid is going to learn from, and they're going to coach him up to never do that again. A righty cannot roll to his left and throw it back into the middle of the field. Your accuracy goes way down. Your timing is way off. It is just too easy for the defense to come away there with the pick.
Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Excellent job working. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. And for this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
He's looking to throw it. They're working that left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Gets it to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. Going up top on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And he intercepts it. Trying to take it back. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Shoots it to the left. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. And the Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
The give to the tailback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs managed, but the way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
How about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 40, there he goes. Hit the afterburners, kid. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays, Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets you.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Horned Frog!
TCU.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Temple came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Philly had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Certainly could have been better, but it also could have been worse. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Finds his man. It's great. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Give to the back. He breaks a tackle. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll run the jet sweep, trying to spread this defense out. At the 45 on it. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Give the offensive line tons of credit on that running play. Just working really well as a unit right now. They're being physical. They're getting a lot of push. And you see guys working up into the 2nd level, getting hats on hats, linebackers and DBs as they try to get involved. This O-line right now really showcasing their physicality.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes,
He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's got his man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking for a huge play. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to move it through the air. Lofts one deep down the right side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. On second down, looking again to throw. Fires left. It's caught downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Makes the grab. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they took the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Gonna run it. It's Gray.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Yeah, and I think on that 3rd down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. And the Tar Heels get the 1st down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting one on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off balance with that play call.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the quarterback tried to find his big target in the end zone there in a hitch route, but he looked covered to me, and that's one where as a QB, you got to be careful if you're trying to force it in this area of the field. You're lucky that one wasn't picked.
From the gun on 3rd down. Got it! He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
Holy cow, how about that? You think he's going in for the score. It looks like he's going to get in. He fumbles the football. Who's going to get it? Johnny on the spot. The offense finds the football, lands on it, and gets the touchdown.
TCU 17.
And he's going to run it back. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Trying play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Firing to the right, complete. The expressway is wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
Number 3.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
24, North Carolina, 21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down.
13, and North Carolina's audience will take over first and 10.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gray. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, TCU 24, North Carolina 21.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. This quarterback part of their running game. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Oh, me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, they're just going to draw them offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. You can tell they had a plan, ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Using his feet. Breaks the tackle. Oh, it's out! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, you got to give the defense credit because they never quit on the play. He had already made a few guys miss, but they kept bringing hats to the football, trusting that if they got there, maybe they'd be able to knock it out. They did, and they come away with a huge takeaway.
At the 20, he's got space. And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he's paid after that hit.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. He's looking downfield to throw. He finds his man. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Reeled it in and just made the house call. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Oregon State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Beavers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll throw it on first down. Complete downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking to buy time. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the right. Touchdown, TCU! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
North Carolina, 21.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick it away.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's loose down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is...
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Set to kick off.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Makes the grab. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Makes his man miss. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Ready to try the point after. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 18, set to kick this one away.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the score.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yeah!